I read this out earlier, but I'm going to read it out again just in case some people missed it. Martin Ziegler, who's a journalist with The Times, has said that Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester United and Spurs have lodged legal notices reserving the right to seek compensation if Manchester City are found guilty of serious charges among the 115 alleged breaches of the Premier League's financial rules. I spoke about this excuse me, a few weeks ago on a stream as well, where I said there's a 6-month statute of limitations on the ability to register that interest in seeking compensation. And it's really unusual that these clubs will have to register that intent or the ability to seek compensation before the trial is over, because it's unusual these things drag on for 6 years. But as we mentioned, this has been going on now 6 years, this investigation into Manchester City, and this is why it boils my blood. In that 6 years, look at what they've achieved. A lot of people are trying to desensitize us to the impact of Manchester City and what they've done, and trying to get us used to the idea that they're successful. But how they got to this position needs to be looked at. And if they are found guilty of one, some or all of these charges, I cannot say strongly enough how much I want the book thrown at them. Because if proven, they will have stuck 2 fingers up to every other club, to every other set of fans, to clubs trying to do things in the right way, owners trying to build their clubs in the right way, and being duplicitous and troublesome and unhelpful and uncooperative all the way through. It's the whole Lance Armstrong thing for me. I didn't do it and done nothing, didn't do it, got found out, all right, maybe I did it then. So I'm somebody that believes in, if you put your hands up and you admit to what you've done wrong, that should be a mitigating factor and that should stand you in good stead. But they haven't done that. At every avenue, they've dragged this out. So I feel, if proven, the book should be thrown at them with the harshest sanctions, because they've shown no remorse for these acts, if proven. So they should be treated accordingly. Andre said, I think this is bad compensation. This means Premier League would prefer City to win the court case. I don't trust that City get what they deserve. It absolutely doesn't mean that, Andre. Premier League rules are such that clubs can sue other clubs. That's in the rules. But this is going to be seeking compensation for loss of earnings from potential title-winning seasons, European qualification, maybe relegation matters. I don't know who else is involved in it. But this speaks to nothing of the Premier League. This is individual clubs deciding if they would like to take action against Manchester City for loss of earnings or loss of for compensation for prize money or whatever. The Premier League doesn't come into it. You know, it's not them making the decision or not making the decision. This is down to the clubs. And compensation, by the way, wouldn't be their punishment. This is a separate matter altogether. Like, if the Premier League punished Manchester City for X, Y or Z, that's got nothing to do with the other clubs who are going to seek the compensation. That's a separate thing altogether. That will be on top of whatever punishments are handed out. But even at that, by the way, that's going to be appealed either side. So if City win, I would very much hope the Premier League appeal it. And if the Premier League win, I would very much expect Manchester City to appeal it. So I think this is going to rumble on for further months, unfortunately.